You the architect of grace, got the credit in the tank. Ooh, child, keep your head to the sky. Tough roads ahead, but the spirit never dies. Ooh, child, let the morning light in, stronger than the heartache. Let the healing begin. System stack high, lock doors and bitter stairs. They wanna break the root, pretend like nobody cares. You're teaching him to walk, teaching her how to stand. With nothing but your grit, you holding the entire land. Every gray hair is a map of the. Your worth ain't in the struggle, your value is the goal. Locked inside your marrow, brave and uncontrolled. Ooh, child, keep your head to the sky. Tough roads ahead, but the spirit never dies. Ooh, child, let the morning light in, stronger than the heartache. Let the healing begin. Keep putting you the foundation, yeah, unbreakable. Yeah, rent is overdue, notice tack to the pine door. Kitchen cupboards empty, baby crying on the floor. You're juggling two jobs, barely scraping by the day. While the neighborhood whispers, judging choices that you made. But look into the glass, see the woman, not the struggle. You carry heavy worlds, building kingdoms in a bubble. Don't let them define you by the balance in your bank. You the architect of grace, got the credit in the tank. Ooh, child, keep your head to the sky. Tough roads ahead, but the spirit never dies. Ooh, child, let the morning light in. Yeah. Yeah. FBA, that's the way. Hey, yeah, clean walk, head high. Whole room feel that glide. FBA with the stride. Got the calm, that pride. Fresh cut, fresh frame. Never chase, know the game. Speak slow, move sharp. Making room when I step into place. Go green, steady gaze. Truth talk, no fake phase. Real love from the queens, cause they see how I carry my days. Stack wins, locked in. Storm come, I don't bend. Built from the heat, still cool. That's the kind of man that don't pretend. You can see it when I enter. That quiet kind of power. Every move a little cleaner. Every night a little louder. Yeah. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's suave. I walk in, they look twice. Cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's suave. Real ones know the whole room shift when I step, with that FBA sauce.
Scott Free is going live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
People, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scot-Free Morning Show. I appreciate you people for showing up. I'm sorry for taking so long to get here, but it was technical difficulties as usual, but we almost here. We almost got this thing popping, ready to get it going. I appreciate you guys again for showing up. It's Monday, people. All right, let's get it together, okay? All right, I'm a little frustrated. I'm playing. I'm with you, people. People, after the weekend I had, I'm shocked I'm even on here. Oh my God, y'all don't even want to know. And if you hang around to the end of the day, at the end of the episode, I'll tell you all about it. I don't want to hold up the show with my personal business, but I'll tell you guys later if you hang around. But people, on today's episode, you see the title in there. It's just honestly, people, I'm not gonna hold this up on this conversation long. I promise you today. I get it. People come in. Some people come in wanting to fight. Some people want to come in love it. Some people want to come in and tell me about myself. But I promise you today, I got a certain angle I want to approach this thing, because again, it's from a certain situation. Well, let me just stop beating around it. Look, who gets to define you? That's today's conversation, and I want to talk about that, guys. Today, I'm not gonna run you into that conversation first. We're gonna get warmed up first. So remember, if this is your first time here, this is your man L. Scott. I appreciate you for showing up. On here, we do basically conversation about what has affected Black America, right? And so if you've never been here before, I promise you, it can get quite entertaining at times, right? So on today's episode, again, we're going to get into that probably about 10, 15 minutes from now. I like to get the juices flowing, get everything going, make sure people come on in. What's going on, Brittany? We appreciate you, Sugarfoot, for coming on in. I'm sorry for getting so happy. I love to see y'all when y'all show up. I really do, especially people over YouTube. But anyways, on today's episode, before we get into the main topic, I want to talk about a few things that came across my timeline, things that affected me over the weekend. Again, I appreciate you everybody for coming on. Hit the like button, share the live, hit the follow button if you haven't done that yet. I appreciate you guys. And let's go on, not hold up no more progress. Let's get into the first conversation. If you're on TikTok, like I always tell you people, you can't see it, but you can hear it, because they won't let me show it to you without them taking my page down. So I don't want to run the risk. I'm almost back into the positive, because they got me all the way down into the negative. So I can't really use anything. I don't want to mess it up. But YouTube, if you want to see it, you'll get to see it. But to TikTok, if you want to see it, you got to go over to YouTube to watch it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a minute about that. Anyway, let's move on. First things up.
Rebuttal towards the whole nobody wants.
Let's see what's first up on the list. Here we go.
To me, there's really no rebuttal towards the whole nobody wants to work anymore controversy. But I find it even stranger that people get super defensive towards that statement. Like, no shit, nobody wants to work. Arguably, nobody ever did want to work. Society was just more conditioned to do so without asking questions, because the work structure was set up to benefit the employee. And anytime that stupid phrase is thrown around that nobody wants to work anymore, the automatic rebuttal is to put out all these statistics about how horrible the job market is and how high the cost of living is. And yes, all of that is true, but is it an excuse to support a system that doesn't make any sense for human beings naturally?
What's going on, Sugar Love? I appreciate you for coming on in. I'm sorry, I'm holding up progress. Hold on, guys. Let me finish.
Like, of course, I can admit that the system was definitely set up to benefit previous generations more, to be able to afford the...
Okay, he's doing a lot of it, but, look, we get the point. Life is trash, and I agree with this young fella. I think I put it in this list just for that. I'm tired. People, if you look up at every turn, they trying to take something from me. I was trying to take something. Every day, it was something I meant to tell y'all guys about, and I put it in this list for something for the life of me. I can't remember where I put this shit in here, but it was something I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's like, what else are they gonna charge you for? I mean, they charge you for everything. What was it? I did catch this. I did see online. I don't know if I brought it into the story before, into the show, but did y'all see? And I think it was it Shake Shack, or was it? It was Steak and Shake, one of them, but they in there. Basically, if you go in there, you start going in there and you start doing your self-serving, and you now, boop, I want to put a milkshake, strawberry, boop, chocolate, boop, banana, boop. You put them all in there. Just say they $5. They said, cool. Well, you get ready to check out. They said, oh, you want a tip? You said, no. Boop. They said, oh, shoot. You have to recalculate your basket. Now that chocolate, that cherry, and that banana ain't $5 no more. It's $5.50 a piece. Because they added 50 cents into it, because they said the price went up because you didn't tip. That's what we at now. DoorDashers, because I am guilty of it. DoorDash is the same thing. DoorDash is now starting to take restaurants. It's now starting to charge you to remove things. So, like, if you say no onions, cool, you can do it. 50 cents to do it. And, like, now, mind you, half the restaurants won't even allow you to modify it no more. But they can tell you what they can charge you for you to modify it. See how everything is getting so bad? I saw this. Oh my God, let me see if I see this. Hold on. Please see this. I got this in the list. God damn it. Hold on. What did I put it in there? I don't think I did. But this guy had the Waffle House. God, why did I put it in there? I should have put it in. Hold on one second. I gotta put that shit in there because y'all got to hear about that. This shit is crazy. Hold on. I gotta tell y'all about that. This is buttball crazy. Hold on. I know what happened. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Cause I just saw this shit today. Boom. Right there. There you go. Boom. Let me refresh the page, guys. Hold on. Let me tell you guys what I'm talking about. Listen to this shit. Yo. YouTube, you look at the screen. Listen. Look at this. Hold on.
That's why they're offering you these $6.99 deals now. So here we have a Waffle House. It says the prices have increased so much he simply can't afford it anymore. The All-Star special is priced at $22.20 on sale for $16.50. In 2016, this exact same meal at Waffle House only cost $6.89, and in 2004 it was $4.99.
What?
It's greed, astronomical greed.
Get God, just don't mess right. Look. Did y'all hear what this thing literally just said? This young fella here, this young man right here said, and I don't eat Waffle House, I didn't know this. But he said, what's the special name? God damn it, what's the special name? The All-Star Special is $22.20. But it's on sale for $16.50. Hell of a deal. If 10 years ago that motherfucker won't but $6.89, and in 2004 that bitch was $4.99. Get out of here, man. No. And I guarantee you get less food now than you were in 2004, than you were in 2016. I guarantee you. This is crazy. People, I won't go this route, but I'm gonna talk about this when we get to the main topic. I know for the people here for the main topic, I promise you, we're gonna get there. Just ride with me until we get there. We're gonna get things warmed up, shed a light, bring people on in. But like people now, we're arguing. Look, I am doing a deep dive right now, and I shouldn't even really talk about this, but I'll go and whisper to you guys. I've been doing a deep dive into these so-called data centers, maybe something more than what we think they are. Now, for the people who are here before, I've said this before, but I'm whispering now because I don't want to get a strike. But what I'm hearing is these things ain't for us. These are for underground. Now, I know this sounds, let me get serious. Conspiracy theories are going to say that's not true. I'm going to say just like that. Art will tell you every time where it's going. I'm watching cartoons from the 70s. I'm watching sitcoms from the 80s. I'm watching things that they're telling you things that are happening in the future that happen just like this. Don't think The Simpsons are anything, are Nostradamus, or they just that good of a, no. These people know something they aren't supposed to know. These people are part of something. Hollywood, DC, the Vatican, all the places, little hat people, all of them linked. And they all doing something they got no business doing. They all doing something that's going to harm you. All this stuff, I don't know if people are understanding now where we're at right now. Look, I keep saying this, and I'm going to continue to say this. You do realize that they understand that we understand that all that they say now is all BS. See, before, remember when it was time for the country to go to war with someone else, whatever reason, Iraq, Kuwait, or whatever you're going. I'm thinking of my era of things. Or even the Cold War, where they kept wolf ticking, selling to each other. Oh, we're going to come over there. And they're like, we're going to come over there. Even when they were doing all of that, you notice that in that time frame, as they're always talking about, nothing, well, let me say it this way. Nothing ever seems to happen on this soil, for one. But let me stay with the subject, because I swear to God, every time I get to talk about something, look, you know what they don't mind on here? They don't mind if we talk about each other. They don't mind if we browbeat each other. They don't mind if we enter beef. But if you say anything about what's happening really in this world, then all of a sudden, the page is really just a problem. You just need, like a classic example. I tell people all the time, you cannot talk about health. Now you can't talk about weather. You can't talk about fruit. You can't talk about food at all, even though the food is trash. You know it's trash. Just, if I keep saying this enough, they're gonna hit me with that little. Allegedly. I forgot. Last week they banned my whole page last. So let me stop. Anyway, let me move on from that, because again, I'm trying to. The website is almost up. Then you can take whatever you want. But let me go back into the list. But that's ridiculous. Let me get back to the main topic. That's ridiculous, though. To tell somebody that you're going to charge them, they're going to go up that much in price. Well, you're going to go all the way from $5. Basically, I just roughly go $22. That's crazy. And you talking about you did this in less than 20 years? Was it 20? No, it was a little over 20 years. Come on, man. And mind you, that really the inflation happened in the last few years. Have you stopped? I don't know if anybody's heard me talk about this, but I'll talk about it again. Have you really stopped and asked yourself where everything is going? Like, honestly, have you stopped and said, where is this whole thing going? What are they getting into right now? Why are they sucking the water out, but no one that's in any prominent position is talking about this? Look, let's just be honest, guys. Let me get my juices flowing a little bit now. Let's get things going. This is basically what I'm saying. We are living in a world today where we're caring more about what is happening in Hollywood, which Hollywood is not even a thing anymore. Nobody lives in Hollywood. Everybody live in Atlanta. You can't afford to live in California anymore at all. Even those folks. Remember, especially the black ones. Black ones can't afford living in California like that as a whole. BLKs. I'm sorry, I forgot. I was supposed to say that no more. Can't even say the color. Can't say who we are. I am this, but can't say it. Oh, no, we're not in a dictatorship. We are in a democracy. You just can't be just spreading misinformation. But that type of pricing, man, these people, they trying to wear us out. And I know something, I don't know if people do, but you got to ask yourself, where's it going? And I know for me, I don't think it's anything good. And I think it's something like we've never seen in this world. I think people have gotten to a point where we think that, again, I put it like this. In my lifetime, my parents' lifetime, my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, and my great-great-grandparents, and my great-great, how many? You get where I'm at. I'm thinking. That many people, I don't think anybody's invaded American soil, i.e. outside of Pearl Harbor, but we all know the game. Let's just be honest, right? So what I'm saying is this. So being that this is not happening in this lifetime, that's it, right? I know you thinking to yourself, man, the way that they're not going to disrupt this. This is just how life is always going to be. No. If anything in history is true, if any of it's true, and they tell you that part of it's true, that you're not going to be able, that dynasties fall off every 200, 300, 400 years, then we're running at the max right about now, and it's starting to look like it too. Again, you can't afford to keep living like this. We can't afford this. Okay, as a culture, can you keep affording $32 cheeseburgers? Mind you, at the same time, the company, you ask them, why is it so expensive? Why is it so expensive? And then they come back with the same response, inflation. What do you mean inflation? Why is inflation giving you like record profits, but it's leaking me dry? I don't like the word. Inflation is not affecting you. Sounds like inflation is good for you. Sounds like you orchestrated inflation for yourself, allegedly. I don't know. Let me get away from that subject. I digress. Let's just keep going.
Switch that shit, Scott.
All right, next topic. Next topic is, let me get up to the next topic. What is this right here?
There were continuous incidents resulting in poor living conditions.
Pee coming down from the ceiling.
Hold on. This young lady, this is a story from, this young lady said, I've been told y'all about Howard. Howard ain't the place to be. And she's telling you, this is from 2019. She telling what her living conditions is like.
This is the way we have to go to class. Pee. And over here is much worse.
Oh my God. Flooding.
Our hallway is flooded. Now we have to try to get down the stairs with her.
Mold, y'all. Mold all on the ceiling, all on the walls. We got rats.
Let me tell y'all something. Look, I was in the barbershop, right? And, okay. So the conversation, I was going to do a whole episode about it, but fuck it. We'll talk about it. It ain't no big deal. So it was a young fella, walked into the barbershop. My barber's late, as usual. So I walk in. No, I'm going to say as usual. This barber's pretty much on time. I'll be the one late. Let me stop throwing Reggie under the bus. So I go in, I sit down, but he's late. So I'm sitting down, and of course they're having a conversation. The conversation that is happening between the barbers and one particular young fella that's in the barbershop is an overweight fella. And I'm gonna describe, and the only reason why I'm describing what he's wearing because it's gonna come into play in a minute. I promise you. But he's wearing like some Crocs, some thigh-high dress socks. I'm playing. They were really up his leg. He had shorts on and ashy knees. I remember. I noticed this too. Right? He's like, this is not work attire, right? And I'm telling you, it's a reason why I'm saying it. So he's sitting in the barbershop, and the whole conversation of Morehouse came up about Morehouse is no longer allowing men to wear dresses and shit. Okay, so and then he got irate. This is. He was irate, and for a minute there, he was a little bit sassy. I'm not gonna lie, right? So being that he was, but he had a son with him or a young fella, so I assume he just, it's Atlanta, right? It is what it is. But that's another conversation another day. So as I'm sitting here, he's talking like I won't go into details about the conversation, but I want to say this is that the young fella that I'm describing, he had no issue with the fact of men wearing dresses. What difference does it make? He got angry fast. It was like, whoa, I just sat down. It's like I hadn't even said anything. I felt threatened. But he was like, what is the difference? It doesn't make a difference. And then the barber was like, it's distracting. Why is it distracting? And then they went back and forth. And as I watched them go back and forth, what I say all this to say this is that, why does the fuck I would say all this? I would say this for a fucking reason. What was my reason? Okay. I was saying to say this is that I was my defense. I tried to defend Morehouse, and I said I tried to defend him in this aspect. I said, now HBCUs are, to me, curriculum does not match what they project out to the world. Believe me, I am a thorough checker of a lot of them. I'm not saying all because I didn't visit them all, but the ones that I visited, they were subpar from not only the living condition like this young lady's talking about, even down to the curriculum itself. And I'm just being honest. This is no BS. So, and this is no shot to them. So what I'm saying is that, but I know that a lot of time they're underfunded. I know that even if they were funded, they probably still ain't gonna do right by it. But I digress. But I know they're not getting the funding they're supposed to. I know nobody cares about black folks. We just need to stop playing with it. If we're not getting the funding like everybody else, go ahead and understand it is because you are a Negro. Okay, you can make every excuse. They can give you every excuse. No, it's your zone. If your zone was different, you could get more zoning money. Shut the fuck. It's always going to work in their favor and against you. Until you wrap your mind around it, something's wrong with it. But I'm saying to say all this is this. But the reason why I was on Morehouse side is because of this. I also know that it's this. The only money they're going to get is going to be from the institutions like FAFSA and shit like that. So they need to keep their enrollment up. So now imagine a young heterosexual young man, 18 years old, that wants to go to an HBCU. He wants to go somewhere that has prestige and honor and want to go somewhere with some baddies. Oh shit, Atlanta. So imagine he goes to tour Morehouse, and Morehouse has a population of all men, and say 50% of them have dresses on, and this young fella doesn't feel comfortable. He's not going to come to school. You have just deterred him and probably everyone who looks like him from coming to the institution. Right, wrong, and different. You like it, I love it. You do what you want. But I'm saying for Morehouse, and this is for me telling you what I'm thinking Morehouse is thinking, not myself or anything else. That's a conversation for another day. I don't want you people attacking me. But Morehouse is saying, anything that's going to hurt the institution, we can't have at this moment. I figured that's what they're going at when it comes to this. And then I said, that's on one level. And then two, let's just be fucking honest. This is L. Dot. I appreciate you for showing up for all the people who did. L. Dot says this right now. L. Dot says, the real is, let's be real. Why ain't no other institutions in this world? Whether it's the Mormon schools in Utah, whether it's the PWIs in Texas. Why is every institution the only one that has a problem with men wearing the tie that don't belong on them is ours? Why is our community the one that has food that's laced with estrogen that young men eat? Why do y'all young men have ADHD medication that makes them leak and things like this? Why do you have nothing but content that they putting on in front of them telling them, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay? These things are on purpose. Remember, they said 84% of Black America is heterosexual, but 90% of the content has homosexual content, is in a lead position. That is bad for business. Why do you do that? I wonder why. I'm not saying I know. I've just got the question. That's just me.
Switch that shit, Scott.
I feel I need to move on because I feel like I'm ready to get in trouble if I don't stop having this conversation. So I'm going to move on from this conversation. But Howard needs to do better. But I also understand, sound like Howard leaking money. That's what it sounds like. Sound like Howard is losing funds. That's what it feels like. Anyways, let me move. I'm going to get like one or two more. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get into it. Nah, we going to get into it now. Let's go and get into it now. Main topic of the day. I have to go over to my Twitter. If you can see my screen, there's a young lady on my screen right now. Hit the like button. Shut a lot of people. I appreciate you for coming on in. I do. I really, really do. Let's go ahead and say this. Young lady on the screen today, I'm just going to say what this is. Mind you, this is no smoke for this lady, to be honest with you. She has her own opinion. I don't feel hostility, but I ain't gonna say vehemently, but I disagree with the young sister on a lot of facts here. So I'm going to tell you, this is the topic that leads into that, but I have a few other things I want to play in conjunction with this. Let me see, did I have something before that? I can't remember. I had something set up before that. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me make sure. Can I remember? Oh, yeah, I do. I got something to play after that. So this is what it is. So let me go ahead and play this now. This young sister and this little conversation she had with her cohorts. And I'll get right.
I just want Black Americans to understand that we're not a different people. We are the same group of people. I see all the time online, people are constantly reminding me that I'm Haitian. Absolutely. I got Haiti tatted on my neck. I love.
Well, young sister, then you just differentiated. I know I ain't saying shit right. From yourself just now. And it's okay. Because that's what you are. I have no issues with it. I don't understand.
That I'm Haitian, but I also want to remind you that I'm no different from you. They're doing the same thing to you that they're doing to me. We are no.
But my lineage isn't about what them folks do to us. That gives them way too much power, not over me, but over my whole collective. No. I think the thing that, I was just telling y'all about the two brothers in the barbershop, and it sounds like I was against the brother with Dash Needs. I won't. And I had something to say about that, but I just left it alone. It was too much into the story. I wasn't against him because there was some things I agreed with him. We want to have conversations about freedom. What should Black folks be doing? This young brother wants to be free. So we've disagreed with the dress thing. That's fine. But when it came down to wanting to be free, this nigga is tired of listening to what them folks is, worrying about what them folks think about. And I totally agree. I do not care. I don't care. I think that we put too much stock into the fact of, hey, they treat us this way. So what? What the fuck does that mean? Yes, there's a camaraderie. There's a commonality between them. But there still means that we are different, but it is okay. See, I give you an example. Y'all ever notice that for some reason when it comes to Black Americans, different is negative and xenophobic, damn near. But they show us commercials with the little BLK boy and the little YT boy. They show them holding hands and say, see, hate is taught. And they show y'all, they say, oh, they're so different, but they can still get along. We all one. That why this situation ain't the same thing. That's the difference. I think that's what messes a lot of people up like myself. I get to a point where I start saying to myself, it just seems like I can't be cool with you unless I'm underneath you. And that's the problem. It's starting to feel weird. You know, see, and before, honestly, I just was using African, Black, Negro, whatever you want it is, Afro, it is interchangeable. We were just interchangeable. It is what it is. But I didn't know that, like I said, you were different, that you saw yourself as different. Like, I think, well, let me let her keep going. I'm ready to go off on a tangent. Let me let her keep going.
Different in the moment that we start acting as if there's a separation between us, that's where you let the perpetrators do exactly what they came here to do, destruct and divide us.
Again. Okay, all right. This is what I say, right? This is what I say. Do you know, like, camaraderie or togetherness? Let's use that. Togetherness isn't predicated on us all being the same thing. It is my enemy is your enemy is my friend. So why we can't be friends? Because we got that common enemy. No, I have to be you. You have to be me. But you still get to put your own tattoo on your neck and it be accepted. I put mine. I'm divisive. Like for me, I got my hat. Boop, right there. Rock that bitch right there. Right now, when I wear that in public, do you know I can always tell you who ain't from here. Put that hat on and go walk around in public. Woo! It all of a sudden becomes, oh, you one of them niggas. What you mean one of them niggas? What that mean? Again, have anybody with these letters, right here, has anybody with those letters harmed you, beat you, slapped you? Oh, he called you a booty scratcher. Oh, okay. When you were 6. Get out of here. You gotta stop that. And you're right. And see, Keys, that's my whole point. We were never together. But see, and it's like we're still not together. Look, I always say this to people right now. Look, how are we together? But just because I saw something that, now mind you, it ain't always the people just yelling and screaming that they don't like. I've heard, look, let me show you like this. I got something to show you right behind this young lady, but she's right on here too. I'll show you this next bit. Young lady in a second. Give me a second. Hold on.
So that they can conquer us again.
I hear Haitians, Jamaicans, everyone else is against the Black American, like they had no part. But I'm like, we're all Black. So if it happens to one, it's happening.
No, they're Black and. Remember? I remember. You remember. Again, look, I said this the other day, and it sounded hateful, but I truly don't mean this from no place of hate. And I know most time people say no disrespect, they be disrespectful as fuck, but I don't mean it's disrespectful. I think the reason why everybody's so angry that we're not African, in like I said, going by that moniker first, whether it's genetic, whether it's whatever. It's if you don't use this, I think what it is this, and I'm gonna tell you who sent me down this path. It was the bald-headed dude on the 154 podcast, not Godfrey, but the other one, right? He basically, when he started speaking about being an African, you could tell there was almost a badge of shame. Oh God, you niggas ashy. And then I get it. If Black America, who has all this success, that is world-renowned, world-known, everybody knows your name. When it comes to Black America, if you're not attached to it anymore, all you're attached to is that. And I think that's bothering you. And I think that if we refuse to come back in there, you're going to feel like you have no worth. And I'll be honest with you, that is a you problem, and not mean that no disrespectfully. But at this point, do you know the disrespect that we've had to take? Do you know the BS that we put up with every day? Why should the people who get smacked around by everybody else have any compassion first and foremost, before someone has it for you? Remember, we are the slave babies. We are the one with no culture. People have said this thing not in anger. The anger came later. Early, it wasn't anger. Early, it was, I see them on, it's the fact that, when you are thrown under a boot, and you're shipped off and they strip you of everything. You have nothing. You are nothing. You are a kata. It's unfortunate. But, we have a rich history. We have this and we have that. And then they fucked around. And I keep telling people, fucked around and white folks found out, oh, shit, all this shit in America that y'all don't even know about, that goes deeper. The knowledge, the information, everything comes from here potentially. Oh, shit. Whoa. We thought we were better than you. And I think that's what it is. You've been holding your hat on that. And I'm be honest with you, I think they messed you up with that because with knowledge, there's power. And let's be honest. In the day-to-day world, I get it. Here is a culture of people that are cocky. Oh, matter of fact, let me say it this way. A young fella said this. Let me see if we got it on here. I think he hit it on the head. This young white guy hit it on the head. I think he gets it better than anybody. Let me see if I can find him. Hey, what is this dude? Give me a second. Got to find this dude because he hit it on the head. Hold on. I got a new baby how to prepare, guys. I do. I got a new baby. Yeah, here you go. Right. Let me. I got to refresh again. Come on. Hold on. Boop. Let me refresh the page again. Here's the young fella right now. I'm gonna try to hit it. His is not even in there. And listen, this brother gets it. He not even in there. Listen.
100 or even a few thousand white people in Africa trying to convince millions of Black people to be shipped across the ocean as slaves. That just wouldn't happen. They would never comply. Black people are like the boldest people on the planet. That's why if you ask a Black person from America, hey, where are you from? And they're like, we're from Chicago. And you're like, well, where are you really from? And they're like, we're from Chicago.
And let me say something that the young man understands and I get it. Oh, you said it took them over 500 years to see where. I swear to God, you right about that one, Sugar. You right. And look, remember, you're not the one of us. They're not us. That's the Americans. I hear this from other Africans. But let me say this before I forget my point. This young fella hit it on the head. Two things I always say. I always used to say this even before I gained the knowledge of it. And this is, again, no disrespect. You always could tell when someone was from the continent when you ran into them here. You say, oh, something different. I get a class example. I was in Iowa, in the middle. It was a place called Manchester and Macocata. Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever heard of this shit. This is in the middle of nowhere. I was there for 30 days on a sales gig. 30 days. I was out in the public every day doing a sales gig at this one store. Every day for 30 days. 30 days, this big box store, people came in and out. One black person for 30 days. And I could see when she walked the door up, and this was like early 2000. I was like, oh, that's an African. And here she came in. Hello. I said, there you go. So it's always been something different. And then, too, I always say, too, the spirit is different. Classic example. You have and I'm going to give this the respect to the Americans, since everybody wants to be the American now. Remember? And I'm going to get into that in a second. But since we get into the Americas, Haiti, Jamaica, U.S., you get what I'm saying. The Maroons even down in Brazil. Those people down there, you notice it was a nature of fucking fighting. Aztecs, Olmecs. These people are fighters. You'd always hear about fighting, right? And then I think about today. Today, the people who come from the continent don't come here and stand with you. They come here and tell you the white man did everything and you're just happy and close to be next to him. He's great and wonderful. I've heard this a million times. That ain't nickels. So don't talk about spirit and we got the spirit of the banjo that turned into the drums and now we got 808 bass. No, you ain't taking that and then give me a weak spin. No, what I feel is this. There is no way possible. You took, they said 380,000. Let's just go with the number that they said. 380,000 people, which ballooned to 50 million today in their world. You can't tell me today that those 380,000 came from the same people over there now that's saying that same bullshit today. But then now today, the nickels from here, from the south side, Chicago, LA, from the south all over. Oh God, they give us a bad rap, but nigga, we rollers. New York, same thing. Well, it used to be New York. Everybody in their mama know you don't go in black neighborhoods. Why? Because it's going to be a problem. But then all of a sudden, you trying to tell me you just took us and just brought us here and then we got gangsters now. No, what that tells me is that you going to have to lie about where the fuck we come from because we all from here. But that's a whole nother story. I digress. We get off that. I get on the nuts. But everybody knows it. I'm going to let this man finish.
That's because they're literally from there. The only way they got us to believe this is through education. They manipulated everything through education. Black people are the natives to America. That's also why American black people don't look like Africans. They look...
I didn't say it. I did, but I did. But let me say this too. Can I say something? He makes a good point that leads into a different situation and people don't realize it. Look at it this way. I put it like this. As a matter of fact, goddamn, man, that's something. So, the school system. Do I got this young lady? I didn't do her either, did I? God damn it. Hold on a second, guy. I got this young lady. This young lady quit her job. Hold on. Let me go back in because I just keep fucking up. Hold on. Is she in here? Why'd that be her? Hold on a second. Yep, that's her. Hold on. Boop. Let me go. I got to get my story together, Bella. Good God. All right, so let me show you this right. This sister right, well, this woman here that I'm ready to play. This woman she basically quit her job. And she's talking to one of them boards. You know how you go into these little town hall boards and you try to tell people, try to get things together to get some funding. You know how we do. You go in there and talk and they be like, you have 2 minutes. And you start talking, hey, what's wrong with the school system is these motherfuckers won't do this. And they say, you have 30 seconds left. And then you finish. As soon as you finish, they say, thank you, sir. Get your microphone. Please move on. And then you think to yourself, why are we even having these things? If you're going to give me attitude and smoke when I'm trying to give you the grievances, and this is the community who pays the fucking bill, then how do you get the nerve to have smoke for us? How many town halls have y'all watched with these so-called data centers? They say, no, we don't want them. They said, data center going in. How the fuck you? These are the people who got to suffer because of it. Look, I heard this guy the other day, and I swear to God I cannot find this video, but he hit it on the head. We are private citizens, that they are public officials, meaning their lives are supposed to be more open than ours. They don't supposed to be able to hide behind a fucking gate and make decisions for you without you complying or asking for it. They supposed to represent what you wanted. This is why, this is two things. This is why when your next black person who runs and says, vote for me because I'm a nigga, tell them this. I need a campaign promise, and I need to know what your strategy is and what you have going and what you plan to do. The reason being is because of this. You have to be able to say, when you don't do it, you said you're going to do this, 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 and this. If you don't, then we have to remove you. But see, what they're doing is this. Hey, you know, I'm a nigga. Yeah, I'm a look out. You know when I get in there. He ain't said nothing. And the reason why I know they do that is because you hold them to. That's holding someone to it. You can't hold them. I'm going to get off track, but my God, something needs to be said. Holding someone to it is not waiting till them get in office and saying, please, babe, please do it for me. Please, please. No, doing it for it is beforehand. Kamala, I'm going to use her only sisters. I'm only using her because she's the last motherfucker that ran, not because she's a sister girl, which she's not. Did she ever say definitively what she was going to do for anything? Or did she go out and do word vomit? That's just me. Not for you. You like her, I love her. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, but what needs to be done is an itemized fucking list. Is what every person standing in front of you. This is white, tea, black, it doesn't matter. Whoever stands in front of you and they think that you're going to go out and get the little sticker and everything for them, then they need to be able to present, when you look at that fuck their name, let me see what you stand for. Let me see what you plan on pushing in your agendas. That way, when you get up again and say, hey, vote John Ossoff, I need to say, Mr. Ossoff, what the fuck on this list did you do and did not do? And you can't weasel around the list that you said you, well, I couldn't do. I don't give a fuck what you said. Did not the excuses. You told me lockstep. That's what I'm going to do. That's what we expect to get done. But see, what we've been done is that they keep making us be into the politic game. Oh, we love your party. We love this and the thing. I had a show coming about Democrats I was going to do. Because they do treat you like boys and girls and then expect you to come out and vote for them. I digress. Anyways, let me move back to the subject. Let me get back to the young ladies so I can finish. I don't got all our subject.
To us, because it's going to go around.
I personally encounter people who do not want to associate themselves with Black Americans.
Absolutely.
They make
Me too.
a big point to say.
I've had that situation right here at the table.
Oh,
go ahead. Really? Yes.
Let me say something real quick, because Stamp, what up, Pippa? I appreciate you for coming in. Let me say this to you. You know what I don't do anymore? And I'm not saying you're not right. You said 105 basically Africans were brought to America and absorbed in American. You know what I don't do? I don't get into the names and I don't get into the numbers. I'm going to tell you why. I don't even get into how old I am to myself. It's because I don't fucking remember. I just take the word of my parents and I said it's the closest thing I got. I truly only go off of what I see, and then a lot of times I have to judge that based upon what I believe. Because remember, the way the mind thinks is believing is seeing, not seeing is believing. But one thing I don't do is anymore with history is I don't say anything definitively. I'm going to tell you why. 10 years ago, I was running around with that bullshit talking about Pan-Africanism too, until my knowledge level got better. As I progress in this knowledge game that I am on, because I am on a forever quest to figure out where we come from. That is my mission in life. I spend all my off time that I have nothing going on trying to figure that beast out. That's why we talk about it so goddamn much. But the reason why I do that, the reason why I am this way is because there's a reason why we're here, and I need to know it. I need to understand it. So that's my whole purpose. I forgot my whole purpose of saying that just now. So anyway, I'm sidetracked. Let me finish.
that I'm Haitian, so I've seen it personally to that. So I just think that when we say, that we are of one people, there are people that do not believe that, though. They really feel, especially with a lot of the Jamaicans, because they'll make a clear point sometimes.
But that's what I want.
And I never looked at Jamaicans as saying that they were better than. I just looked at them saying that they were Jamaicans and they had pride. See, to me, I'm not threatened by another pride in himself. Like, again, I have two young ladies that I got to know over time, and ladies, probably the best two examples of two Jamaican people who have pride for Jamaicans in them, and both of them love their culture. But I'm cool in the fan with them. Or was. I don't know. They hear me talking now. They probably like, this nigga's changed. I promise you I got no problem with y'all. But when I hear, but the cool and fair, but they just seem prideful to me. Y'all know this young, they love their shit. I don't blame them. I love mine. But see, the problem is that I feel like just because I want it to be just mine, and I'm allowing you to play with it, you got a problem with it. And it's because, but see, this is our fault. It's our fault that people feel this comfortable to feel like they should be able to still call and claim something. And something I said I want to get into, I wasn't going to do it for a whole episode, but I'll talk about it now because they probably ain't even worth the whole episode. Have y'all noticed that this is what we were at a year ago? You African, nigga, shut up. African, you African. You African, you African. You can deny and be FBA, fear of being African. You can just be an African. You heard that over and over and over again. You still hear it to this day. But you know what I'm starting to hear now? Especially from people who are of the Caribbean. I even heard people from the continent weasel their way through it too. Everybody now is really truly the original American. Y'all calling the foundation. No, let's just be true, people. Okay, the Haitians are in America too, technically, if we want to use the continent of America. And you're like, nigga, wait a minute. You people will out your way to separate yourself, and then when I do it too, me too. You can be the first. I've heard that. I even heard somebody from the West Coast of Africa say to me one time, really? You know, Mansa Musa commissioned the boats to go over there. So the Africans that they got lost there is probably the ancestors of us. So you were originally, and he was like, so we are truly the foundation. I was like, one way or another, we gonna be together. This is all I hear. I hear one way or another, we gonna all be family, and you just got to deal with it. This is a very bad relationship, people, that we're in. I was so deceived. I know. I never looked at them as other. Look, I tell people this, that I still don't look at Africans as being other people. People, if you want to be cool and say you melanated, I'm cool. I just don't talk to me about how much we supposed to be together, but all your viewpoints, all your customs, as you like to tell me, we got customs, y'all ain't got none. Don't tell me everything about you is different, but we together. And then when we tell you we have grievances, you side with the person or the people we have grievances with. Can someone please tell me where the fuck we family at then? Sounds like to me, you a problem. So I want to know where the camaraderie is at. I feel like it's a lot of, trash talk. They do get stalked on the middle, right? I appreciate you too for coming in. And to me, I understand, like I said, I know it doesn't, and I know what it is. Look, and I try to get the people to understand. When I talk about things, I do not try to talk about things in a negative fashion. I don't look at people from the Caribbean, don't look down on them. I look down on anybody from the continent of Africa. My thing is this. The people who has us all up, whichever way they got us up, some could be worse than others, but some form of fashion, there is this particular, pretty much, this has got us all fucked up. What I can do is this. If a fight break out, I'm telling you, in real time, if you swinging with me, I'm swinging with you. But what I can't do is that if your culture is known for fighting me, too, I can't ride with you. And I'm not going to trust you. See, for every time they try to throw out somebody, oh, you do know about Kwame Ture. Nigga, I always tell people, don't use outliers. It makes my case for me. When you can name, I always say this, if I'm asking you the question about there ain't no real black wrestlers that ever was superstars in this world, and I whisper somebody, they gonna say The Rock. And they gonna say, The Rock? I would say, why does everybody name this one nigga? Because there's one, a buffer. TV show, I was telling people years ago, I said, look, there is no heterosexual black couples on TV at all anymore. Period, point blank 30. You know what everybody would say to me? Who? Blackish? They give you one. So the people, and I be thinking to myself, so y'all don't realize what 50 million look like, do you? It don't supposed to be one. It's supposed to be so many we can't name them. Classic example. They tell you that there's so much crime in Chicago, they don't even name Chicago's crime no more. They just tell you it was crime. Man, it was just people got shot everywhere. It was just war zone just went off. Who got shot? Man, people. You know, that's how nobody ever names people no more, dude. Oh, Johnny Ray shot 12 people. They don't date none of that. It always be, it was just a war zone. Okay. That sound like you're just saying shit, but okay. I'm not saying it's a great place to live. I don't know. I've never been. But I am saying people will literally, when it comes to us, they will over-dramatize and then minimize what they got going on. Because, like, side note, people, do y'all know how many, it's not a month, I feel like, that goes by that I don't see one of them folks don't got at least 1 to 2 to 15, 20 people locked up in somebody's basement. What is wrong with you people? And that's why I would say, why do y'all let people project onto you that we messed up? I'd be like, these people be locking people away for years. I played on Friday's episode. If you was here, I appreciate you if you came in on Friday. Friday's episode, I did an episode, and it was in there. This young lady is going around her whole family. Mama, grandmama, auntie, brother. Hey, y'all, when was the last time you had a bath? They're like, 2 months, 4 months, 3 months. What the fuck? What you mean? What you mean months? Something's not right about that. You trying to strive to be that. Side note, hey, look. This is something, I don't know if y'all even want to go, but I thought about this the other day, too. This is something I want to say. We can come back to it later, though. I know I'm all over the place. Don't worry about it. Have y'all ever dreamed of white people? I've never had white people in my dream. White tea, excuse me, white tea. Like, I want you to go in your head now and think. Have you ever, like I'll have something random. It'll be me, my third grade teacher who's a black lady, and it could be Barack Obama. And it'd be like, but it's all gonna be nickel. It's going and it could be crazy dreams. You know, most people's dreams are crazy. They don't make no sense sometimes. But I promise you, I cannot remember. It just hit me. Somebody, I was like, I don't think I've ever in my life. See what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. What'd you say, Ms. Ryan? You say you saw them being destroyed. Oh, God. But I just wonder. I understand. Reason why I wonder, I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. Y'all mind if I pivot real quick? It shows shit. Yeah, you do. We're going to come back to it, I promise. But this was kind of, I've been fleshing it out lately. It's kind of weird. I was watching this video, and I can show it to you later. But I was watching this video, and it was showing close-up of the sun, right? And it was like, through filters, you got so close up, you could see what was happening on the sun. Now, first and foremost, side note, that already tells you if a camera can see it that close, it can't be 93 million miles away. Point blank period and third. Just take that off the table. There's no fucking microscope in the world that can see that goddamn far. No, you can't. So, being that it's local, and they got all up there on it, it really looked like an organism. And the guy says it in the video. I may play it for you guys later. Well, shit, I can't play it for you. But it looked like it, and it just looked like an organism. Like something was moving, something was leaving out, something was coming in, the whole nine. And it got me to thinking, what do they always say black people are? They say black people are sun people. Could that truly mean you come from the sun? Is that souls leaving? This is just me thinking out loud. I'll trust you guys. Is that souls leaving and coming? Is that what happens when we leave here? Is the reason why the sun attacks them is because they don't leave and come through that same way that we come through? Because you know it attacks them. You absorb it. Is it because you're from it? I don't know. And then it makes me wonder. It made me go deeper. I was thinking about this the other day. Don't ask me what I was doing at the moment. You could probably assume. But I got me to thinking too. It makes sense that right now they're trying to make they have made artificial suns. Y'all, for people who don't know, yes, your country and others have made their own sun. S-U-N. Yes, in the fucking sky. I've seen it myself. You've probably seen it too. That would make sense to make an artificial one if you absorb, if you coming in and out of that way. Now, this is spookism. Don't get me tripping. I don't know if this is real. This is just a what if. So what if the reason why they want the artificial sun is that? What if the reason why they want you to have GMO food, because it's not real? What if they don't want us to be together party and they want us to party online? Did you notice everything seems to want to be virtual? Everything needs to be a simulation. Everything needs to be artificial. And then it makes you wonder, where again did they come from? I'm gonna leave the conversation right there because I could go deeper, but I'll leave it right there because I don't want the people to be upset. Oh, who this nigga?
Switch that shit, Scott.
All right, we'll get back to the last episode. What we was talking about. Let's get back. All right, so let her finish, and then we're gonna move on from her altogether. I got a couple more videos I want to play for you guys.
I want to speak to do not let one individual situation speak for the betterment of the group, because I've had it. If I speak to my individual experiences, a lot of Black Americans, they are my demise. They curse me out. They pick on me ever since I was little.
You know what I don't like? Again, context matters. If she was, I can tell by the way she speaks, she was raised in America. Being that she was raised in America, being that she got into other Black girls, fucking course, it's gonna be a Black American person because that's who you were raised around. Everyone's experience is the same when you're in that culture. But see, in the context she's saying it, it's like they singled me out to pick on me. No, you didn't. Welcome to the culture. I say to people all the time, I don't think we have a colorism problem. Why? Because dark-skinned people got picked on, light-skinned people got picked on. Big people got picked on, little people got picked on. Short people got picked on, tall people got picked on. Big-headed people got picked on. It is the culture that we lived in as children. No one is exempt from it. And you don't see us getting online as adults throwing each other under the bus because of what the fuck happened to us at 6, making it seem like we were the victims. We won't. We all went through the same thing. Damn near like a hazing of the culture. I'm not the person who make it, we just lived in it. So whether you love it or like it, that's not what I'm arguing right now. What I'm saying is you're not exempt to it.
Americans have done that to me, but I never in the history of growing up thought you're still my enemy. And this is what we talked about last time. I said, I know who my clear enemy is, regardless if we have battles that we're dealing with, interpersonally, right? Between one another.
Why we got problems? We don't want no smoke. I keep hearing people say we want the smoke. Like, class example, I heard you be finding out niggas just be part of, like, this is one podcast dude, the sports guy. I've watched this dude's things, Dream something, I don't know his name. But he, all of a sudden now, he done jumped into the lane. Yo, this whole FBA thing, their device. What the fuck? Look, people, you gonna just stop saying shit without no proof. And y'all all saying the same thing. Sounds like a system. Sounds like somebody set you up. The one that I don't like the most, this is the one I wanted to play. Let me play this. I'm not a huge fan of this young fella, and this made it even worse. But this is, what's that dude named? Talib Kweli. Listen to him and this young fella get into it. Hold on.
So I went to invest.
You can't, African American is not a replacement
right, but you
for
damn
Black.
sure heard him say nigga at Stringer Bell.
African American is not a replacement for Black.
I'm glad you repeated that. Because that right there is an invention of the fucking internet.
Yeah.
We didn't have these problems before the social media, before ADOS and FBA and all this fucking, and that shit is.
See what I mean? Now, you'll get told that you are divisive. You are giving people smoke. When this young fella just decided to diminish your lineage down to what he wanted to interpret it into. You do not get to do that. People saying this whole thing started really around reparations. And then people stood on it. Yes, we need to delineate so we can go ahead and get what we need to get done. That is what people decided to do. For you to say that is divisive is because you can't latch on to fucking Excuse me. I love TikTok, y'all.
Not organic.
Yeah.
That shit is funded
Yeah,
by right-wing organizations.
Yeah.
PFIR.
Who? That would mean me. That would mean you. That would mean all the Black folks I see that I be loving on. I be in the comment section and I be hitting them up and all that. I'm loving on Black folks right now. All of us are being paid to want to be with ourselves. Because, we were right on the cusp, obviously. Which, can someone tell me what year? They said in the last few years, FBA, adults, bullshit, all stood up. Okay, go back 6 years, 7 years since you said it didn't exist until then, 7 years ago. Were we right on the cusp of a Pan-African movement? Were we bubbling at the seams, ready to pop off as something? I don't remember that. Do you? So why did someone decide at that moment, you know what, I need to go ahead and get all Black Americans to try to get it in one accord as one group. And then that way, they do now have a lineage claim that now they can all fight for to get money out of us that we don't want to give them. When before, they was just a part of the diaspora that we just pick and choose who we want to make special and don't make this special, and we crap on all of it. And there is no unity. Remember, sir, there is no coming home packages for Black Americans. Where's the passport? Where's the land? Where is the love for us from you, since this is a CIA movement? What are they paying us to do? And then two, look at yourself here. If majority of these people got here after 1990, that means majority of y'all in here now, I'm assuming, yourself had no existence with these people at all. So if you didn't have no contact with them, if all your content that you consume was only you, then all of a sudden they moved here and came with words like Akata and Jareer and Yank and all the rest of them, then what the fuck are they trying to fight us from? Or separate us from? They just be saying shit, but like you say, would pay you to want to be together? Remember, the FB, and you know the other one. Not us, but with the other one. J. Edgar, you know who, said himself, he didn't say the fear of the black world, black person from here. They broke up us. They removed our thing. Yes, you had Martin Luther King talk about this the third. Martin Luther King does not represent all of the civil rights movement. That is the person that they picked out and decided to put on a pedestal. And that is no disrespect to the man. I am saying to you, every person that was involved in that was just as important as the next person. So when I'm sitting there looking at this situation, you talk about we fighting as one accord by ourselves with nobody else around. No one's thinking of you. No one's saying, oh, they got dogs. They sicking dogs on y'all. They sicking warlords. No, come home. Come be with us. After a lot of these people, and I'm going to go ahead and say it because no one's ever said this, and I'm be honest with you. I always looked at Kwame Nkrumah as being a G, as being a ride, as being one of the folks. Came here to learn from us, but then I thought about something. Where was the love before they got you for us to come back there? See, y'all keep always saying that we the ones that's the problem. No, what black folks are saying is right now, fucking eggs is $98 a carton. If we don't do something collectively, we gon' drown. We was in the barbershop. They said this today. Dude wanted to be an asshole. He was like, so why don't we never fix nothing? I'm going to tell you why. Because you think the world works like this. Seeing is believing. It's not. Believing is seeing. If you are inundated your entire existence with nothing but inferiority, meaning your movies say you lose, your money say you lose, everything that you get involved in say you gonna lose, then how are you asking a bunch of people who have never seen themselves win in this aspect to all get on one accord and want to beat the hell out of the next one when they told you that's not how you do it? Your former president Barack Obama said the most asinine statement in the world, I always say to this day. Folks was in that street because they forget majority of the stuff when they were slaying our people was under your black president. But that man stood in front of us and made the most asinine statement. That man said, yo, as American people, you have the right to protest. But I'm not with this violent protest. It has to be peaceful. And I wanted to tell him so bad, sir, when does the person that you are protesting get to tell you how to protest? That ain't how it works. The problem, the purpose of the protest is to disrupt, not to be a rally, not to pom-pom and get people motivated. No, bitch, that is supposed to get things done. They have fooled you into believing symbolism is movement. It is not. Tangibleness is. They was bringing up recently, I keep seeing because I'm in Atlanta, everybody brings up Invest Fest. Invest Fest, Invest Fest. Was it perfect? Was it good? Was it not good? Was it good? Was it not good? My thing is just like this. What is the objective? If the brothers that are putting it on has a bit of information that they have that is going to set niggas free, I have no problem if he says I'm going to monetize it and put it out here, but I'm going to give it to you if you want it. So did that event do that? Or did we just go and spend money and then take better pictures and then we go hit people who... Can I say something, y'all? Let me say this. I'm going to say this. And there's no shot at nobody. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this. Fuck it. I have to say it the way I'm going to say it. you do realize that if you made your money doing something, like somebody brought up Serena Williams, and it was somebody else. It was Serena Williams, and who was the other person? And I can't remember who it was. And they were both at the event. Oh, Keith Lee. Love them both. Serena Williams, baddest motherfucking tennis ever had. Male or female, greatest of all time. There ain't nobody taking that away from her. Now, she look crazy now, but that's what they do to you. But greatest of all time. But what I want people to understand is, okay, what do we know about her financial literacy? Because what she was a commodity for others. Remember, she makes money because others make money off of her. But tell me what savviness in business did she do to the point where she's supposed to be propped up as a person for me to pay attention to? Keith Lee, love him. I still watch his videos to this day. Shit's interesting. When I go to a city, I say, what did Keith Lee do? I'm going to do it. No disrespect. This ain't no disrespect to him. But he's eating food. That's what I'm saying is that's what he does. We love it. That's what we're great. I don't think people know what financial literacy is. It's not I want people to look at things like this. This is how I look at the world. You like it, I love it, but this is how I look at it. If someone's selling you something, advertising something, it's not for you, it's for them. Okay? So, give you a class example. Many years ago, I used to work at Target. When I first moved to Atlanta, couldn't find a freaking job to save my life. I ended up working at Target as a cashier for like 6 months. That's old as door. This shit was crazy as hell. So I'm working here, and that's when I think the red card was a thing. I don't even know there's a thing. I don't shop there. And they were pushing the red card. Oh, you got to sell the red card. You got to get people to get the red card. You got to get the red card. Now, I get it. They give you these little $5 red cards back. Bing, bing, bing. Psychologically, you thinking, well, not psychologically, you thinking, shit, I got $10. I can go buy something else. But you're going to spend $20. That's the key. Key is everything's already overpriced. So they're giving you cards. They're not losing any money. They're losing a little bit, but they're not losing anything. Hit the like button, people. Share the live. I appreciate you. But the red card's whole objective is to get you to continue shopping. If you have a $5 gift card in your purse and it's in there and you passing by Target, you say, oh shit, I got that gift card. I forgot all about that. I can go get I need some hamburger meat. So you go get that and you say, and I can get $5 off of it today. So you do that. Boom. But shit, then you need buns, cheese. That's what they do. I give another example how they pimping us. See, this is why I don't pay attention to advertisements. I don't pay attention to anything when people say they love you. Walmart, graciously enough, accepts EBT. They'll sell it to you like, oh, we accept EBT. Do you know that 90,000 Walmart employees are on EBT? And out of that 90,000, like 80-something% of them predominantly shop at Walmart. For to get this stuff. So that means Walmart is damn near double dipping on us. You do know that, right? Oh, well, on them folks. Let's say because that's what it is. Think about it. So they are underpaying the people to the point where they are actually on government assistance, and then the government assistance money is coming to them too through the employee. Bing. Welcome to America. See, to me, again, I heard this millennial. I think that's what's the youngest group? I don't know the youngest group. I don't know group. Millennial, G's, Z's. I don't know. But the youngest group hits, I heard somebody say it best. It says, we all fell for the okie doke, and I think this is the first generation that did. And I think they don't fall for it. I always say this story. The world sold us a lie. And I think the reason why the world is so bad for us right now is that the lie is falling apart. For my generation growing up, my parents' generation before me, if you were in my area, if you worked for the state, you had it all. Get on the state job, work 30 years. Get your watch and get your pension right over to the sunset. The earlier you get on, the faster you get out of there. That's what it was, right? And then till that generation of ours got there. They got there 30 years in. And they shitted on them. Oops, skip. I love TikTok shop. I'm sorry. I'm going to kick naturally if she ain't in here because she's supposed to catch me for that. But anyway. So, but you put it in there and after 30 years, you're supposed to get away, and the money didn't come through like they're supposed to. And what I think this generation, my generation, was doing it too, hoping it was going to be better, and they're starting to figure out, no, it's not. And then two, let's just be honest. I think our generation was the first generation. When I say mine is anybody after 80, was the first generation who decided that they were actually not going to sit here and follow this BS because you can't stay on a job 5 years anyway before they're going to let you go. Any job of any relevancy that now they can make any type of money, you got like a 2-3 year max before they either gonna downsize, restructure, or completely phase out before they do something. If you work in corporate, you've probably been through it over and over and over again. You wanna know why there is no longevity in job? We have a gig culture. What people don't know is in 2009, 2010, Obama signed that gig act. But basically now that's why everybody and their mama heart you too. Oh, got my heart back. I ain't know they gave my heart back. I'm gonna give back. I appreciate the gifts, guys. I appreciate you. They must let me back. See, guys, yo, curved all my cussing and they let me back. I appreciate you. What the hell was that? I got sidetracked like hell. But I'll just say this about this. I don't think this generation is falling for it. I think this generation right now decided that they weren't going to go into it. They decided now that they're going to travel abroad. They're going to try to milk as much out of this 10, 20, 30 years as they can. They're going to try to hustle the system as fast and as much as they can. And I'll be honest with you, that's what they fed them. If you look at every TV show after 1990, after 2000 especially, everything fed to them fast money, fast money, fast money. Get out, get it. Fast sex. Everything's fast, fast, fast. There's no building. And then, too, you didn't took the ability to build. Again, for ladies who are still looking for the man and you want your granddaddy had a system where it was somewhere to fucking work. There's nowhere to work. I asked this question in the barbershop, and I counted. It was 14 people in the barbershop. I asked 14 people in the barbershop, where's the predominant place for a black man if he moved to Atlanta to go work at today? I needed to know the answer to that, and nobody gave me an answer, really. Like 1-2 people, I heard that Amazon is good. That's the best you're going to get. The world is not what we used to be in right now. If we're not, and see, I want my people, honestly, I'm not trying to make you feel hopeless. I just want us to get to a point where we just say, fuck it, we just gonna do it ourselves. We're gonna figure it out on our own. But this young fellow, this whole FBA is bad thing. It bothers me. But anyway, let me let that man finish. Hold on.
Progressives for Immigration Reform is the name of the organization.
Sounds real political.
We're getting political a little bit.
Political to me.
Because first of all, progressives ain't really fighting for immigration reform. That's not a progressive thing really to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this, in the name, it should tell you. You know what I'm saying? These people are trying to figure out how to bring in right-wing conservative politics into our communities, and they go into places where people are poor and people are their jobs are scarce, and they be like, you know what? It's some immigrants, them African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants.
Oh, shit, let me stop at that. Hey, Melissa, you hit it on the head when you said we're becoming a third world country. If I have this, I need to show this to you guys. She hit it on the head. There is a video, if I can freaking find it, and I bet you I don't got it. It shows New York. And New York, what happened? Y'all, New York streets, some of these streets where you would go like, look, nothing was more beautiful. Let me say this, and then I'm going to get what I saw, because I don't think I got it in my list. Nothing was more beautiful 10 years ago, 11 years, 12, 13 years ago, maybe a little bit further ago, and you had conscious brothers on the street spilling information. Whether you wanted to be a Hebrew Israelite, that's your thing, you got it. If you wanted sign out of them on the streets, that's your thing, you got it. You got the Kemetic sign. You got people from all, like, it's a beautiful thing to watch. It's culture of black folks all over the world. You got that right there in America, right in New York City. But it was done in a specific manner. What they are doing now looks like India. What the fuck? What is going on in New York? You know, it's like New York is not the place to be like it used to be. I don't think we are in there anymore like we used to be. I think we're hanging on. I think we're going to always be there. But I look at California. Class example, when I was in California, I stayed in California for, I don't forget how many years now. It was a few years. But I was in Orange County. Don't ask me why I was in that shit. Oh, it wasn't on purpose. It was for a reason. I got out there as soon as it was time. But I'm in Orange County, California, so I'm in there. So ain't no nickels nowhere at all. When I say none. It is foreign central everywhere. And it's starting to look like that in New York too. And I'm gonna tell you the area I was in was, I forgot the name of the town I was in, but the area I was in, they told me in the late 90s, like 99, 2000, it was still 80, 90% black. And now this place now maybe have 2%, 3% at best. And you're like, what the fuck? They have ran us out of everywhere. I'm at this point, man, it's just, look, let me say this. Somebody said this, son. I know I'm pivoting all over the place, man, but it's just so much to cover. I tell you, it's going to be random, but it's all going to tie in. You enjoy yourself. They've gotten us to a point now to where I don't think anybody understands. We're getting attacked at every which way possible. There is no letting up. I think this brother's going to say it best. He's going to say it for me the best.
You got 800,000 illegal immigrants living in Houston. They've taken over all the black neighborhoods. There are no more black neighborhoods in Houston. 3rd Ward, Acres Home, Sunnyside, South Park, Cashmere Garden.
Now, I'm not familiar with these neighborhoods. Maybe somebody in here in one of these rooms is, but I'm not familiar with the neighborhoods.
Brentwood, you name it, it's gone. All the high schools, there were predominantly African-American high schools, they're gone. They don't exist anymore.
I know my
the University of Houston, you had a significant number of kids back in the day that went to the University of Houston, it's gone. Gone with the wind. Washington, D.C., Southeast D.C. is gone.
Gone.
Oxon Hill in Maryland, in Prince George's County, Maryland, Oxon Hill, gone. Harlem, New York, gone. Quarter of Chicago, gone. Pick a city, pick a town, you know.
He's not freaking lying. I'm from North Carolina, same thing. Everything that was thriving, gone. People, I guess, I'll be honest with y'all. Let me slow things down because I ain't gonna be that much long. But let me say this. I struggle because I love y'all to death. And what I mean is that not just because I know some of y'all at this point, I'm telling you, we all we got. And I'm very aware. I'm analytical mind, so I think with like that. And I'm very aware, and I've been noticing for a very long time. People are catching up now. I'm starting to hear some people that have a little small drum beat out of Hollywood. You're starting to hear people on podcasts here and there start speaking about it. I have been beating the fucking drum for so long. These people are trying to remove us, and it has been a slow walk. And y'all don't understand that the foreign person coming here, I agree, it is not the foreign person's fault. But what I am going to tell you is, foreign person, if you say something to me slick, I have to let you know them bringing you here can be a problem if you gonna feel like this. Because they are bringing them here and prioritizing them over you. Don't sit there and say they are not. Every arena of life, they are pushing it. I didn't even know this about Houston, but I'm knowing that they are doing this. Didn't you used to think this, black man, black woman from America, didn't you used to think that racism was about the skin color? Like, didn't you honestly just was so bamboozled and fooled into thinking it really was just about, ooh, my skin's dark. You know, if I was only lighter. You really thought it was just about the skin color. No, people, if you still to this day, and this is no disrespect to you if you do, if you think it is about skin color, something is wrong. No, and I'm going to tell you, to anyone that says that I'm full of it can kiss my ass. This is about black American people. This is about, that's conceited, you think. No, this is about, no. Because if they see you on the back street, why are you on my back street? You don't have to be there. Again, this is about black American people. You're right. They're not wondering whether you're from Ghana or black America. No, they're assuming you're me. See, this is what people don't understand. It is about you. Why? They're always in your room. They're not in the Pan-African rooms. They're in our rooms. They're in your rooms telling you you are wrong. They're telling you when you say, I'm with you, black man, I'm from America. No, you can't. Don't do it. Do you know every time we try to do something as a collective, we are told we are wrong? I got another episode I was going to do. I was going to talk about the Democrats that I don't like. I think that they need to understand too. Men are starting to realize that you're talking to them like they're children. Like when you ever see these panels, they'll put together and put, black man needs to listen to his woman. And then all they do on the panel the whole time is tell you how stupid you are politically. Oh, you're just ignorant. You're just too ignorant to understand. You listen to those disinformation campaigns. No, Nick, no. I know what your existence is, black man, black woman, because I've had the same existence you had. You know how I know it's the same existence? Because we're in the same fucking position. So all this talk that people are doing, an immigrant is not taking a job. 1 + 1 = 2, bitch. Don't try to change the rules now. If you bring new people here and they get into the same workforce as me, that means, yes, there is less for me because they are here. So again, am I saying they should not be here? I'm not saying that. I have a heart. I've seen stories. Oh man, come on, brother. Come on in here. I'm with you. But to play the delusion that this is not 1 + 1 don't equal 2 makes no sense. Stop lying to me. Especially if you gonna come and be disrespectful. Because now you eating off me and you want to be disrespectful. See, it's different. See, this would make a lot more sense if this was a small group of people called FBA that were in other people's country, though. So if we would, like, they said that a lot of black folks is going over to Thailand, right? So they over in Thailand. Do you hear about them over there kicking over cans? This is FBA land, bitch. No, that's not how we move. We are respectful when we're supposed to be respectful, and we don't, especially now, take no disrespect. And I love it. Don't you love it? Why does it bother you? What'd you say that? You said I'll never exempt the immigrant policy. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Where we see this at? I'm trying to see some shit. Uh-oh. Is somebody calling me? Because they won't let me see it if it is. They're giving me some of my things back, I see, though. If you is somebody trying to get on here, somebody put it in the comment section. I don't know what you're trying to say. Because I hear a bunch of clicking and tapping, clicking and popping. It's getting on my nerves. So, but anyways, let me move on from that right there. It was one other person I wanted to show y'all. Hold on one second. Because I don't know where this is coming from. Hold on. That shit is annoying as hell. Hold on one second. Oh, it's one of these joints. Hold on one second. That's what it is. It's one of these joints. So, getting on my nerves. But anyways, I digress. So anyways, people, I don't know where that was coming from. So, but it was another sister hit. I wanted to play this real quick. I think I saved her. Hold on. Did I save her? Boop. Beep. Let me see if I saved her. Yeah, right here. This is the reason why, to all the people who are confused, this is the reason why people don't understand why I act the way that I do. And I'll show you why. It's like this.
Gonna compare different things. It's like, really what y'all mad about, like B said, like y'all just don't have no roots. Y'all don't have no history for real. Yeah. The only history that y'all really have is we were slaves and somebody, fixed it for us and then we back here. I mean, the only
Now, mind you, this is coming from a young lady from the Caribbean. Now, remember, they still eat up and gobble up the slave story. So, bitch, that means, like, all you came from the same spot as you said I came from. So, again, this is why I say it's something about Black America, because they didn't teach us this delusion that the Caribbean and South American Black people and people on the continent were some different group of people who were, no, they didn't teach us that. They taught us the exact opposite. We were one. You people, for some reason, and that's why everything seems delusional now, because y'all have regurgitated it so much to where your children, this is a young lady here, said out her mouth, basically, she has a culture in so many terms, and you don't have one, and you came from the same spot. And if you listen to her, it would be that you have the same type of ability to have a culture the same way they have an ability to create a culture. Everyone who goes somewhere has a culture. That doesn't make any fucking... Okay, keep going.
history that I really could say y'all physically probably have was probably the time when Martin Luther King and them was here, because I feel like they did a lot more as far as the Black, African American culture for y'all. But other than that, it's like y'all really don't have nothing. Like y'all can't even say y'all really don't have no food. Like
before she goes into our foods, I'm sorry, Kim. You're right. I love TikTok Shop. I do. I love it. I was ready to go off. You're right. I was ready to fly off the island. So look, bitch. Look, my thing is this. There are a group of them sitting here, and they really mean it. Like, this is not trolling. This is I mean this about you, and it's the audacity for me, as you probably are sitting somewhere on Peachtree Street in Atlanta, that all you surrounded by is nothing but nigga culture. Everything that you wear, prop up, ponytail, you probably put on the back of that small amount of hair that you, I'm sorry, with love. Oh, you young lady. Oh, I tell you. Young man, young lady. But this young lady, I just want her to understand. I just want you to know, ma'am, with love, again. Now you see why people like myself get so arrogant at times when I have to talk back to you, because why should I humble myself when a month basically said I'm coaching? So, okay. Because again, Michelle Obama, I think, said it best. When they go low, you go kiss my ass. I'm going to go underneath your ass, bitch. That's where I want to go. Website be up very, very soon. Oh, I can't wait to tell you about it at the end of the show, because then I'm going to tell you exactly what the fuck I think of this young lady. I'll tell you then. But anyways, I digress. Hold on. I'll get there. Hit the like, people. Share the live. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you for coming on there. I do. What you say there? You know we have. Look, you can't say that everybody emulates you, but you don't have no coach. Bitch, the emulation is the culture. It is. It just is what it is. The emulation is the culture. You are sitting on the couch talking about me. I promise you this. I promise you. In writing rooms, in Hollywood, from the juke joints of Georgia to the backwoods of Mississippi, I promise you, in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, the foreign black person did not come into play at all. We didn't think of you. You didn't think of us. We didn't have no connection other than the fact that we saw roots that we all found out later was all a lie. But let's just be honest. You didn't come into play. Even the people who are from other places, who are in the culture today, who have been around since the 90s, didn't flex on it. Busta Rhymes. I didn't hear that Jamaican Yankee boy. I didn't hear none of that shit until the last few years. He was from New York City. That's all he was. But now all of a sudden everybody is from somewhere else, and this is why the culture is different, because it's diverse. Fuck that. No. It is here, always been here, and it's going to continue to be here. If you are so fly, so gangster, you can do it so well, then why the fuck your place never looked like ours? It's because, wait a minute, he's over yours too. Remember? It's the government. He owns your continent, remember? We know about the Berlin Conference, remember? They carved you up. That means he runs you too. You know the difference between us, though, and you know? And this is why I tell people all the time, we are our own individual people. Don't tell me that we're not. They fed the world colonization. They gave us slavery, baby. They literally said, these people are never going to just go along with the simulation. We're going to have to remove and eliminate those people. They're never going to capitulate and comply. To this day, it's the reason why they come after us is because we refuse to capitulate and comply. It's the reason why today I'm going to have to go to jail for this because he done said something crazy and he all the same thing. Remember when about 10 years ago, they had a thing called the Black Identity Extremists. What does that mean, L. Dot? L. Dot would tell you it meant you were considered almost on the level of the K and the other K and one more of them. If you thought highly of who you was as a black person, you just too extreme as a black person. Do you see the lengths these motherfuckers will go to demonize you is to tell you too much of yourself? The same people who have convinced, I'm going to tell y'all like this now. You know when I'll vote for a politician that don't say nothing specific to me, he or she gonna have to specifically say some shit like this out loud for me to say, I'll at least look at her twice or him twice. She'll have to say this. Have to say this. Why in the fuck are you guys in DC regulating what the fuck grows out of a black woman's hair? A head, excuse me. Isn't that grounds that you should pay her because at the point you said she can't wear it? That's discrimination 101. That right there alone, because it's common fucking sense. They told you, they are backdoor telling black women, your essence is unprofessional. You raggedy motherfucker. I told you at the beginning of this show, these motherfuckers don't bathe sometimes for months at a time. And you want to tell me the luscious, beautiful hair that grows out of a black woman's hair, you want to know how I know it is? Because all you motherfuckers is in the game. How do people in other countries that don't come in contact with us know about the grades of y'all hair? Why? Because y'all are everything. This whole projection that we live under, I don't live under none of that. I tell people this all the time. Don't let me get inside. I'm going to get on the soapbox. Fuck this. Let's go. Look, listen. How many times, young man, I'm going to talk to the fellas. I don't want to talk to you ladies. I'm going to talk about y'all. Just listen. You'll smile. Young man, how many times did you, early days of going on Instagram, when you got on Instagram and you open up the search page, the For You page, hit the like button, shut lie. Go ahead and put that FYP in there for your brother real quick. But when you put in there for the For You page and all those beautiful, gorgeous women of melanin would pop up on your screen. I don't care if they from America, they from overseas. They would put the best of the best. When I tell you I could see rooms, you would say, oh God, what? But you would say to yourself, man, that's probably the baddest woman I've ever seen. Till you flip to the next screen and say, nope, I'm lied. This is the next. That's how it looks. Now let me just gonna be honest. There's not enough of them women, not enough Beverly Hills 90210, not enough Hayden Panettiere, and she was pretty, man. Well, when she was young, God rest the girl soul. I think they did something to that young lady, allegedly. But you put all of them on the screen, you fill my board up with it. It's just gonna feel okay, great. She's shapely. Okay, yep, she's shapely. Oh yeah, she's too. But it ain't the same. You know it ain't the same. When a black woman is different, and when I mean different means her essence. White woman can do it, but she has to build it here. She got to put it on there. She got to attach it here. Because remember, folks, people don't realize them women wearing just as many extensions as sisters is, so I don't even go over that game. So they doing all this other stuff to look like them. But I'm talking about you walk into a room. It don't matter who in the room, white, black, blue, or green. When it's a certain essence to walk in, a special woman who's drinking her coconut water. I say it all the time. If her hair is out and it's actually hers with something about it, and Dr. Africa used to talk about this, the energy that actually make it smell it, you can feel it. It's the essence. It comes out. I appreciate you too. It does. It comes out of them. And when it comes out of them, basically the room, it's just like, you ever been in the room, fella? You ever been talking to your homeboy and he was like, I was telling the bitch the other day. And he said, oh shit, wait a minute. And she was behind you. It's just something told you, turn the fuck around. You know what it is? It's our essence. I ain't never felt that when been around none of them folks, ever. And again, I'm not saying that them ain't attractive, but it's something about you. And they know it too. Why is it every man's fetish is to go get a black woman? Because they wish they could have you as that, but they can't hold on to their supremacy if they idolize you first. They'll wipe themselves out. They can't do that. But trust and believe, if the people who were on the plantation were getting stuck like they said they were getting stuck, there's a reason why they wanted to stick that in their own ladies. Remember, they have a 0 birth rate. See, to me, I want people to understand, black people don't understand. It's just a projection. Everything about you is love. Look, remember, people, one of my favorite books is The Delectable Negro. These people ate you trying to get your essence. They didn't ban that until like 1970 throughout most of the country because they really thought they were going to eat you to become you, be part of you, the essence of you. Why do you think that they do the interracial dating and they push it now? It is not for you. It is not so they can get rid of racism. It is because they can't survive without you. They need you. They can't survive without your melanin. They can't. So this whole other thing that they don't like it because the skin's darker, that's stupid. No, it's not that. They are bringing some of the darkest Negroes over here from other countries and they saying, remember, you hate niggas too? Okay, cool, come on in, Nigerians. I'm sorry. Let me stop. I ain't gonna pick out like that. It's just, I've ran into some boy, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I think part of Nigerian culture is you niggas. Boy, I've heard them from so many of them. You niggas. I appreciate that, Julie. I do. I appreciate that. The music gonna be up too, but I promise the website's gonna be up soon. But no, I hear people talk so much trash about us all the time, and I just think we have one of the most beautiful cultures in the world. And I know it's beautiful because everybody wants a piece of it. And that's not cocky. It's just, look, we've been told it's every which way possible. Every which way. Oh God, I'm country. We've been told on every which way possible. We ain't good enough. Your family ain't good enough. Remember, when you try to date one of them, oh, you can't date the nigger. Yeah, then you get a job. Oh, that's affirmative action. You play sport. Oh, you're just good with your legs and your arms. They tell you all this stuff. But then at every turn, and this is the one thing this is what peeped me early in game, why I knew wasn't nothing wrong with us. It was just a projection. Because anytime you thought about, like, as a young boy, anytime I thought about sabotaging somebody, it was somebody that wanted to sabotage that was doing better than me. Like, I give you an example. I never did it, but I had the thought, and I never had the thought of sabotaging somebody who was below me. When I did this running one time. I was running track and field day. I don't know if y'all had this in schools. In the South, we had a thing called field day and countywide. So you did field day at your local school. If you won your local school, you go to countywide. Oh, that's what you did. Got to see young girls from other schools show up. That was a thing. And I remember they would take like the first 2 people from each heat, and you go to the school or some shit like that. I can't remember. But I remember going. This one boy kept beating me over and over and over again in practice. I'm like, fuck. I'm not gonna be able to go to countywide if I gonna beat this one. But I want to think about. This was right, like, I'm gonna age myself. This ain't too long around the Tanya Hardin days. I'm thinking about if I hit this nigga in his leg. I didn't do it. I actually ended up beating him. Actually, I guess my nerves just made me go fast. But I ended up beating him in field day. But anyway, I've never thought negatively of someone. I've never thought that, somebody was believing, you know what, I can go in and beat on them some more. I've never thought that. So knowing that you probably never thought the exact same way, then why is it that people feel the need, even though we already down, remember, they're beating us in every way, then why too do you still feel the need to let me pile on them some more? What, they've been too quiet, ain't nobody been drugged by the police. Let's rev it up again. You notice every few months or so, they're going to rev up some on black folks. Somehow, some way, we're going to become the center of attention in public news. Somehow, some way. Remember, they keep telling us we so minute. They keep telling us everybody's coming. But every time I turn on CNN, MSNBC, Fox, local news, wherever it is, we are still center of fucking attention. Why isn't you glorifying? Why are you not talking about all the immigrants and stuff and all the people that's in front of us now? Oh, because you niggas are always committing crime. Where? Where's the crimes? What are we doing? Oh, you sleeping in your car, so we have to arrest you. You know you can't do that. Look, people, remember this. Let me ask y'all this question. Everybody that in these rooms that knows somebody that's in jail, right? Are the people in jail really in there for anything really serious? And I ain't say you don't know nobody that did, because I know a few myself. But the way the system works to where, like, down there, every black man got some type of rap sheet or somehow, I sit back and I think about the things that they are in there for, and then I think about to myself, these things would be considered in other cultures as rambunctious childhood kids or things that children do at that age to experiment, but they grow out of it. I'll give you an example of what I mean. They have most of the people in there on drug use offenses, not selling offenses. So drug use offenses, if you're in there, everybody, the president told you, they tell you, yeah, we did it. We experiment. But you're telling me my whole culture has to go away forever? Did y'all hear about Texas? Like Texas recently. Texas just made it the Class A felon. I think they said if you get caught with a joint, just one, automatic, don't go past go. Don't go past boardwalk. Go straight to jail. For guess how long? At least half of, what was it say? Was it 6 months to 18 months or some shit like that? I think I heard or something. Over a plant. We are private citizens. A plant that people use for medicinal purposes should not land me away from my freedom. And then, as I'm in California, or I'm going to Phoenix, so I gotta go to Phoenix in a couple of days. I'm gonna miss some shows, but I gotta go out of town. As I go, when I go to Phoenix, why do I get to go into the dispensary? $5,000 fine. Get the fuck out. Why do I get to just 2 states over, go right over into the dispensary and pick out whatever? Let me get 2 of those. Let me get 3 of those. Let me get 4 of those, and everybody go away merry way. This shit ain't right. No, man, they just know. And if you ever notice this, it's always the states with us, heavy amount of us, they just can't seem to get it passed. You notice that, right? Now, I'm not saying all of them, but let's just be honest. The concentration of states that ain't even thinking about it, ain't talking about it, it's concentrated around who? Us again. They want to be able to smoke it while you can't. What is that called? Slavery. In the open. See, I think people really don't realize this. I'm actually starting to believe, I don't believe they ever, once they took control, I don't think they didn't have majority of us on plantations. I think that's why when a lot of us are doing our genealogy, it's very hard to find an enslaved person. You want to know why I believe that is? Because I believe they did it just like they're doing it now. When you make the rules so one-sided, so lopsided to the people, they know to where they pretty much accept, we as a culture have accepted that these people have mistreated us, will give us biased decisions. We've accepted it. I mean, let's just be honest. And see, I'm at the point now where if I have to collectively accept it because I'm just one man, I'm at least gonna fucking say it. You ain't gonna sit and say this stupid shit to me in the face. I'm gonna at least say something about it. And see, that's the problem. Too much of us now, we just let them say it and do it. No. Well, Charlie Kirk is a saint. What? Like we didn't have ears. Like we didn't hear this mother. What? What are you talking about? Anyways, let me let this young lady keep talking. Hold on.
Fried chicken and stuff, but white people eat that. You guys are white and black. Y'all are still Americans. You get what I'm saying? So only the difference that
she just said that out of her mouth. Y'all are Americans. Yes, exactly. They are actually not Americans. They are immigrants too, just like you. Remember, 80% of them folks just got here after 1890. Immigrant. That's not the building of a nation. Cannot be here over 100 years before you show the fuck up and then say that you were the foundation of building it. Guess who was here? Me, your people, not her. I'm talking about you.
Between the African Americans and like Americans that live in the United States is that one's white and one's black, but y'all honestly came from the same roots. The only thing is y'all was slaves and y'all was manipulated to feel like y'all was so different, but y'all are just the same as both of them. So
What? Huh? What? See, you sound stupid. Excuse me. Allegedly. That didn't even make any sense. You want it both ways. You want to be different. You want to be the same. I want to be different when I want to be different. I want to be the same when I want to be the same. Again, I tell the people all the time, let it go, people. Let these people have their way with themselves. Don't argue with these folks. These people know that you're better than that. Anyways, I digress. What was it? Anything else? Hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, Lord, there's somebody shit on their bed. Is that shit? Oh, no. I got to come back to that later. I got sidetracked. Hold on. What is this? Oh, no, that's that Europe shit. Hold on. What's this right here? Hold on.
To be American and what is wrong with Black Americans, specifically FBA, claiming to be American instead of African? Why does that make everybody so mad?
Well, I mean, we could talk about it. They're not gonna like the answer. Africans are okay with being African so long as Black Americans are too. That's the answer.
Exactly. Oh, I missed what you said. I dropped my headphones. Hold on, Kale.
That's
I'm messing
the
with you. Hold on, Kale.
Well, I mean, we could talk about it. They're not gonna like the answer. Africans are okay with being African so long as Black.
Oh, whoa! Did she say that? What I said too?
Black Americans are too.
I said it all the time. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't mind being African as long as y'all African. Let me get up here. Let me switch. Kim, you silly though. That's funny. I had to do it again because I got to switch.
Switch that shit, Scott.
Let me switch to a couple more subjects and then we get out of here. Guys, let me tell y'all too. All right, so I'm going to be able to do a show tomorrow and Wednesday. Then I got to fly out for a couple of days and then I'll be back next week. So definitely make sure you hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. That way I can notify you when it's coming out. Let me tell y'all real quick before we move on. Again, a big name music group forced me to change my company's name, so we're switching the name. The website had the app had a lot of progress over the weekend. We're gonna probably be up and running. I'm gonna tell you probably the middle of next week. We'll be able to then get you guys to download the app for free, get you to be able to be notified for free when we go live, and we can talk and cuss and do all the other stuff. I can show all the images in the world for free. We can do all that right on the website, and we're going to be able to do that for free. I want you people to come on over. I promise you it's going to be a good thing. You're going to love it to death, but I'll get there. I promise you. Until then, all right, anyway, what do we do, Kim? We don't switch that shit. I ain't going to keep hitting the button. We ain't going to wear it out. What else we got in here? What else do we got in here today? Hold on. Let me see what else I got. Hold on. All right, so I got here.
How many police came here this morning?
5 policemen and one with a big old rifle.
What did they say?
This is it. Look, I want to talk about this too. Look, and this is no fire at Jamaicans. It's unfortunate. You know, they got Jamaica. They said Jamaica has 500 miles of coastline, right? Jamaica. And less than 1% of that 500 miles, Jamaicans are actually allowed on the beach. So I would say this to the young lady that was in the last clip, the last video. Ma'am, I would not. I wouldn't worry so much about what Black Americans is and got going on when they telling you can't be on your own. Look, let me talk to Black folks globally. Let's go do it since they say Black folks always. Let's pour into each other. I'm gonna pour into the diaspora. Diaspora. It's time. It's enough. You want to know why we can't get out of nothing? Because you won't stand. I get it. You trying to get out your country. You trying to get somewhere where it's safe. These countries are getting over fucking ran at all times. I agree with you. I'm being sarcastic, God. I'm just okay with the diaspora conversation. Just ride with me. Just ride with me. Just fuck with me. I know you knew. I know we knew. But I'm going to say to all Black people, you're going to continue to have to struggle to get out your nation. You're going to continue to struggle to have to fight and get underneath cars and wherever you're going to do to try to get out of the nation that you're in. I have seen what the Congo is going through. I have seen what Nigeria has done and what they're going through. I've seen what multiple nations are going through, and I've seen the Caribbean. My family's been going back and forth to Caribbean a lot lately, and I went once, earlier this year myself. And I know what it looks like there, and I know why you want to get out so bad. And what I'm saying to you is this is what's wrong with the world. Everybody wants to come here. And everybody wants to come here because they feel like here they can make it and be something, but no one's thinking about home. And I'm just telling you like this, we can't all just keep running, people. We have to stand where we're at. That's all we got to do. We just have to stand where we're at. You're going to have to stand where you're at. I'm going to have to say this is what's going to have to say. I hate to say this, but I saw the Congo the other day. You ever seen the Congo? This is our homeland. I agree with you. But I was looking at the Congo. You know, they out there with them cobalt mines. And, you know, they be just every day. You see them just running into the mines by the millions, it looks like, right? And to be honest with you, no one's ever going to fix it. No one's ever going to help them. No one's ever going to stand in front of a bunch of them and say, man, are you tired? Let's just fuck this shit. Let's do something different. No one's ever going to fix it until they fix it. And see, this is the difference, I think, where I think I'm at as a FBA person myself. I am a Black American man, and I'm going to tell you where I'm at. I'm just at a spot now to where I just know I can't rely on anyone else to help me. I am only asking people who look like me because you are suffering the same way I am. You're the only person I'm willing to partner with right now. Why only your own people? Because they the only ones that I know have nothing to lose, just like me. They have nowhere to run to, just like me. They know my mama and my daddy's story because they got the same mama and daddy story as mine. There's no Jollof story in the middle of that or any of that. They laugh at the same comedic jokes that we laugh at. These are my people. Those are the people I never have to wonder when I run into them if I am wearing an FBA hat, if they're going to get fucking offended or not. Because of my own existence. This is what I'm trying to tell people. You know why we don't see no more videos, or like you'll see these random videos of Freaknik, these random videos of HBCUs from the early 90s and 80s. You know why you don't get that no more? Because they don't want you to have your culture. I say this to people who are excited for this new episode or this new show, The Different World, unfortunately, and I hope that I am wrong, but you're going to get the most propaganda, bullshit, kumbaya, diaspora-fed bullshit that you're going to get. They're going to try to recondition that apartheid episode with Dwayne and them and Kim giving away a scholarship. They're going to do all that. You want to know why? Because that fits the narrative of what they're pushing right now. But what you're not going to get, there's not a movie that's getting produced. There's not a TV show that's getting produced anymore that cares about the backyards of the country no more. About where's our poetic justice from the South? Where is your boys in the hood from now? You're not getting these no more. They are not trying to show love stories from the common everyday black person. I'm so sick and fucking tired of seeing ad executives down to drug dealers. We have a common ground in the middle. That's where the rest of us live. Give us what we want. Show us us. Stop giving me Netflix full of African content. No disrespect. But I don't know nothing about your culture. I can't understand what you're saying. Why am I fighting to understand you when we have the best of the best? We've produced it. Well, you guys are untrained. We've always been unfucking trained at that. No, you want. You had some professionals. We did. Why don't you want our professionals now? We have trained ones now. You don't go get them. You bypass them to go overseas. You bypass them to go find people who don't look like them. I'm sitting here watching the video earlier, and I didn't save it, and I should have saved it. It was a sister. What's the lady name? Lawrence Fishburne, ex-wife. This raggedy. Excuse me. This young lady, who all the years was playing this black woman in movies over and over again. She played I Think I Love My Wife with Chris Rock, his wife in that movie. This woman has played black woman after black woman. Zoe Saldana has played black woman after black woman. You've watched these people take your roles. Christina Milian, now she's not black. She's something else. And they were saying it, I'm watching this interview, they're saying it like they was unfortunate they wouldn't let me play me, so I had to settle for the... See, at some point, the scabs, the losers, the slaves have to say to themselves, fuck that I'll be that. And then ride with that. If people want to say to us that we are being hateful, that we are being rude, that we are being mean, and we don't want to be with other folks, and y'all, then so be it. Because you're going to have to show me where being with you helps me. And I don't mean you giving excuses for the people who talk slick about us. Give me something I can sink my teeth into. Give me something tangible. This is what I would say, people. I want y'all, everybody listen to me. I want you to go back and you want to tell a friend to tell a friend. The next motherfucker to try to tell you who you are and tell you what you need to do, say, what is the internet gonna give me some money, give me something that's gonna move me. Because if it ain't nothing but a bunch of symbolism, because mind you this, let's just say this. Okay, great. Fine, niggas, y'all win. We African again. Great, we Africans. All right, great. Great, we settled that. All right, back to what we were saying. So black Americans, that's the part of Africa. The African American needs reparations for them. We don't do race-based reparations. Sorry. Wait. No. Wait. What do you mean? We are a group. No, that's a race thing. You're part of a race. No, but I know, but they fought so hard for us to be for African again. So we're just appeasing our brothers. But we are specific here, I think, a little bit. No. See how that works? So I thought that somebody who loved me, if you love me from overseas, you love me from the Caribbean, if you love me, you want me to get something because you've been on my soil and you've been part of me, then why the fuck would you put me in a position to not get something? Just because you want me to use a name. You do know they're not fighting to get you to do anything. They just want you to use the name. People, why does anybody fight so hard just to use it? It's not, we need to do this because we need to get this out of it. We need to get, if y'all do this, we can't get this no more. If y'all don't do this, we can't. No, it is a name that they had no problems accepting in 88. See, to me, you can't tell people, well, I don't have a problem when they did it, but I have a problem when you do it now. Why? See, this doesn't make any sense. And see, this is why I guess I get on and I talk to the people every day. I want us to know that none of the stuff that ever happens to us makes any sense. The stuff that happens to us has a lot of excuses to be around it. But if you say to yourself, does it make sense? Let's just say it this way. Let's say it this way. The reason why I say it doesn't make sense and the reason why I know they don't love you, it happens on many levels. If you take sports, I tell people all the day, Michael Jordan is the most world-renowned person in the world. Behind him is probably LeBron James, most world-renowned person in the world. 2 black American men. They have made billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars off of those 2 brothers. Just them 2 alone. There's not one African person in sports you've ever made $1 billion or $1 million trillion off of at all. So I'm gonna ask this question. If a well is leaking money, why would you shut it off? Gotta be something about that well that if it keeps leaking long enough, it's gonna hurt you. It must gonna flood you. It must gonna be a problem. because you don't shut off the well that is feeding you. That's why I keep telling people with these data centers, they keep saying they are just regular data centers, they're using fresh water and they're sucking these lakes and rivers and streams. No, bitch, they can't sustain that if it's just going away. We're all gonna be thirsty in a week. What I'm saying is that water is not being used, it's going somewhere. They're funneling in it somewhere because they're not going to take the life source of the world away on purpose. Tell you in podcasts, Mr. Gates, we may have a water crisis soon. You mean the one you're creating now? See, none of the things that happens that affects us ever makes any sense. As an example, when we use the whole thing of slavery, today tells you this is the slavery argument. You came up from a slave ship. How do you know? Because that's what they always told us. Because you can't say it's just because the paperwork go that well, because the paperwork leans more towards your black ass being here than your paperwork goes to you being on the boat. But they cherry pick the parts of the people who did come on the boat and then make them represent all of you. But the paperwork says you from here. Everyone that has dived into it are finding the same things over and over again in different forms of fashion. Why? Is it because it leads here? Why would the people lie to you about that? Something's different about you. Again, I tell people all the time, if they just colonize the rest of the world, why didn't they just colonize us? Why didn't you just say, yeah, we just took your shit? Because it didn't happen like they said it did. Because something's different about this soil versus anywhere else. And I'm going to use today as an example, and I always do it, and then I'm going to get out of here. In today's world, and I said this before, if you've ever been here before, you know what I'm ready to say. Hit the like button. I share it, people. Share the live. I appreciate you guys. In the world that we live in today, people are coming from every inch of the globe. They are coming from far east and far west, south, north, and everywhere in between. They are coming not to the west. They are coming majority to the United States of America. Now, one thing I know about African, anywhere they can get on a boat and go to or a plane and go to, they'll go to. Whether it's Ukraine or Zimbabwe, they don't give a fuck. If they can get out of Zimbabwe, they don't give a fuck. But the majority of the people, if you give them that choice, they will hop on American Airlines and scoot their ass right over here. The reason why I bring that up today is because of this. When they had that caravan coming up from South America, we watched that thing for weeks. They started growing, got bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what they were doing? They were walking through towns. Now, they told us on the news that the only reason why they're coming is because their towns are war-torn and they need to get away from the oppression. Well, one thing I generally know is this. When oppression, and remember, all of these people know in their nations, our country is the cause of their destruction. They'll tell you when they get here, that's how I know. So they get on a boat or they get on foot, like in this case, and they walked. They bypassed all those towns that they could have stopped and went off grid and hid in the backyard because they ain't got no real system. There is no real government out here. People are just setting up shop. You know why they didn't stop there? Because there's something special about America. The same way that they came in 1890, they're coming right now. The same way they came in 1790, they're coming right now. It is something different about this place that makes everybody want to come. Now, they're going to tell you now it's because of them. But then I ask you this question. Can someone tell me anything that they do that don't involve you? So wouldn't that make you part of the secret fucking sauce? What do you mean? You don't have a financial system without my body. You don't have a sports system without that. Remember, the whole system was built on our bodies, okay? So no wealth without our bodies. Fast forward to today, you don't make no money in sports unless a nigga's involved. Period. That's how it goes. Your movies don't pop. They say, oh, this movie's great, this, that, and third. You do an action film like a Marvel, great. You may make some money, but let's just be honest, the real movie star, other niggas. That's why you wiped them out. Everyone in the world knows who Will Smith is. I can tell you right now, I can go to Europe right now and say, you know who Robert De Niro is? They're going to say, no, I don't know who he is. You want to know why? Because Will Smith is bigger. Something about our blood is different that makes everybody want to come here. the same way today they did it back then. Remember, they told you the Spanish and the Portugal and everyone else and their mama, one after another. They didn't stop in any other place but here. I'm trying to get people to understand that has nothing to do with them people. Once you start reading and understanding history and you find out you were here. Right now I'm in Utah. I know it's an odd place to be. But when you start understanding the origins and the roots of Utah and how this massive fucking city was already here, of course you want to be here. When you find out the reason why California is no longer an island like it used to be on the map, it's because of them big ass I'm going too far. See what I mean? Like right now, we have Nigerian Foundation American down here in the box. He called what I said a katabapple, as he's on our soil. I know a Nigerian Foundation American. I know, I understand. I have no identity. I have to leech onto you, and I have to go in your room and whine and complain. I'm so sad. I have nothing without you. Please, that's what you're saying to me, brother. Just say it. I'm your daddy. I triggered you. You done put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goddamn, nigga, did you triggered? Why are you talking? And mind you, again, I'm not saying nothing negative really about you. But if you want to go there, we can go there. But anyways, I digress. Anyways, people, hit the like button. Share a lot of people. I appreciate you guys for coming on here. He says, bye, I'm out of here. Again, everybody's always in our space. They talk shit. I get it. It is what it is. It's funny to me. It don't bother me now. All right, let me see. How much time? What we at on time? Let me see. I ain't even paying attention. Oh, shit, we ready at 2 minutes. 2 hours. I'm at 2 hours. Look, people, let me go and tell y'all, look. Again, I appreciate you showing up. I'll play some music for you guys over on YouTube. YouTube, I know you're watching right now. I'm going to have to say it. On YouTube, you're watching 300 Radio. Right now, 300 Radio is ready to have a name change within the next week or so. So don't feel alarmed if you see my big, beautiful face. But it seems like the platform's different. It's just a name change they forcing me to do. But when I do the name change, it'll be there up there. But until then, we're going to run some videos over there. So if you're on TikTok right now, you can still go follow the channel. It'll still be there regardless of the name change of that. And once the name change happens, I'll tell you and everything. But going over there on 300 Radio and the number 1, don't put any spaces. You'll be able to see it. I'm going to play some music for you guys today. I'll let you guys get a little music off the platform. I appreciate it. Oh, God, I thought you were gone. Oh, I thought that's not him. Okay. Making Nigerians uncomfortable. I agree. I thought that was him talking again. Truthfully, my bad. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set that up, get that set up for everybody, because I appreciate you guys coming in today. And like I said, when everything gets up and popping again, we're gonna get this thing rolling, and it's gonna be popping. So again, YouTube, appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. What time we gonna be back tomorrow? We'll be back tomorrow around 2:00. We're gonna do it tomorrow. We're going to do it on Wednesday, and then we're gonna not have a show on Thursday, Friday, and Monday of next week, and then I'll be back next Tuesday. All right, but I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna come. Yeah. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. All right, I'm out.
FBA, that's the way. Hey, yeah, clean walk, head high, whole room feel that glide. FBA with the stride, got that calm, that pride. Fresh cut, fresh frame, never chase, no the game. Speak slow, move sharp, making room when I step into place. Go green, steady gaze, truth talk, no fake phase. Real love from the queens, cause they see how I carry my days. Stack wins, locked in, storm come, I don't bend. Built from the heat, still cool, that's the kind of man that don't pretend. You can see it when I enter, that quiet kind of power. Every move a little cleaner, every night a little louder. Yeah, FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's suave. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's suave. Real ones know the whole room shift when I step, with that FBA sauce. Tailor fit, then them crisp. Sun on skin, wrist lit. No need to holler too hard, my presence do a lot of the lift. Mama taught poison grace, Papa taught stand my ground. I can laugh, I broccoli. Keep it cool when the pressure come round. Girl say, boy, you smooth when the baseline hit. I don't move, just that same unbothered look, like I already knew I would. Win the room from the block to the boardroom. Same soul, same code. Black American man, carry history in the clean ass code. When I enter that quiet kind of power, every move a little cleaner, every night a little louder. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. Real ones know the whole room shift when I step with that FBA sauce. I ain't tryna outshine nobody, I'm just shining where I stand. Black American man, I was built to hold my own with a steady hand. Soft voice, hard-earned shine, love deep, move right. When I show up, it's respect, and that love stay bright. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. Real ones know the whole room shift when I step with that FBA sauce. FBA sauce. FBA sauce.
The curve of your neck, yeah, like a coffee cup, I wanna hold it in my hands. See you slowly as I wake up. You're alive in my kitchen, like a radio anthem. Little crackle, little comfort, every song I grew up on. You remind me of everything I never looked at twice till I saw it on you. Doorways, daylight, quiet rooms, you remind me how simple things can feel brand new. Every corner, every shadow too. You remind me. You remind me. You walk down my hallway like Sunday down the aisle. Every step a soft confession, every glance a hidden smile. The line of your back, like pages in a book. I'm reading with my fingertips, every crease, every hook. You remind me of everything I never looked at twice till I saw it on you. Doorways, daylight, quiet rooms, you remind me how simple things can feel brand new. Every corner, every shadow too. You remind me. Oh, man. You remind me. Yeah, yeah. Your hand on my shoulder feels like a porch light left on, like a key on the table, saying this is where you belong. The way you lean on my pillow, like a coat on a chair. So casual, so certain, like you've always been there. Yeah, you remind me of everything I never looked at twice till I saw it on you. Doorway, daylight, quiet rooms, you remind me how simple things can feel brand new. Every corner, every shadow too. You remind me. look in your eyes, like the last light in a store, makes me linger in the doorway, keep on wanting one thing more. Me holding all the mess, your sorry comes with small print. Every truth you hide behind a test, I kept receipts inside my chest. Every night I swallow what I felt, told myself she'll meet me halfway, but you just watch me lose myself. Every time I try to stay, you erode what happened your own way. Turn my tears into a case. How many lies can you call self-defense? This is my breaking point, I'm done begging you to see a part. You only count my wounds, never your fingerprints on my heart. We both lit these fires, but you won't say you struck a flame. So I'm walking out that door with all this love and all this pain. All this love and all this pain. All this pain. I'm not perfect, I'm not clean, but I bled to make amends. You just bury every scene, call it over then repeat again. I can't carry your reflection on my back like it's my shame. I forgive you from a distance, but I won't live inside this blame. This is my breaking point, I'm done begging you to see a part. You only count my wounds, never your fingerprints on my heart. We both lit these fires, now I'm not standing in the flame. So I'm walking out that door with all this love and all this pain. All this pain, all this love and all this pain. All this pain, I spill love.
Let's get into it. Keep us locked on your radio dial.
Keep it locked.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce, and you listening to my station.
This is 300 Radio.
But my mind drifts off to the way she walks in the room, and I lose my thoughts. You got your hand in mine, still I feel that pull. Yeah, I'm guilty every time when her name fills my skull. I try to stay locked in, I try to play it cool, but one look from her and I break that rule. My chest gets heavy, my words run thin. I know I'm wrong for this, but it's tugging me in. Rather be with you, rather be with you, rather be with you. But I keep thinking of her. Rather be with you, rather be with you, rather be with you. Still I want a curse and a fire. She got that slow stride and that bold-eyed stare. When she tossed that hair back, man, I'm already there. I picture her body close, like a secret I can't hide. Got me staring through the night with a hunger I can't deny. Your love is in my hands, but a ghost is in my veins. I hate the way it feels, yet I can't break these chains. I try to stay locked in, I try to play cool, but one look from her and I break that rule. My chest gets heavy, my words run thin. I know I'm wrong for this, but it's tugging me in. Rather be with you, rather be with you, rather
place in the crowd. Rather be with you, rather be with you, oh, rather be with you. But I keep thinking of her. Hey, hey. Rather be with you, rather be with you, rather be with you. Still I want a curves and a fire.